today you all are going to be doing a scavenger hunt. Yay! There's clues all over the room. Some of the clues are on the wall. I'll go ahead and give you a hint. The trickiest one so far has been on a desk. That's all I'm going to say. They aren't inside desks, so there's no reason to go on desks. But you need to look at the walls. You need to look at the edges of things. There aren't any on the ceiling. But
If there was, we couldn't read it.
exactly. Miss Grace is too short. I can't reach the ceiling, and I don't own a ladder. So the clues, some of them will be questions. So for example, you'll have to answer a question, and it says fill in the blank. The blank president at this, or the president at this time was blank. I'll go ahead and give you a little hint. This picture's on the board. So when you get to that question, some of the clues might have multiple choice. So over here, you have 4 options. It says the Native Americans were the first to live here. The name comes from the word Yosemite, meaning blank bear. And it gives you 4 options. It has panda, koala, grizzly, and teddy. Don't say it out loud. Just think about what you're going to answer in your head. But then there are other clues where you're not answering anything, you're just writing. So you all have to be like detectives, and you have to decide what is the most important part, Macy. Okay? So if Macy comes over here, and she reads, this place is right in the middle of the Sierra Nevada mountains, 430 miles of mountains along California's eastern border. What's a way that I can shorten that? And it still makes sense, because I have to make it fit on this paper. It says this place is right in the middle of the Sierra Nevada mountains. How can I shorten that? Like 3 or 4 words. What's another way to write that? Phaedra?
Instead of saying Sierra Nevada, you could put S top E.
Right, you can do abbreviations. What's another thing you can do to make it shorter? Because you're not really answering something, right? You're just recording the information. Jay?
Middle of Sierra Mountains.
Perfect. Middle of Sierra Mountains. You don't have to put all of it, just the really important stuff. So sometimes you're answering questions, and other times you're just recording the answer. On this answer sheet, when you record, you might put, so this is number 11, so I would write, what did you say, Jay? Middle of Sierra Nevada Mountains. Okay. So I'd write that beside number 11, and then there's this little tiny symbol. There was another time we used symbols, pictures to represent something. Carson.
The stars.
The stars? Ooh, the constellations. Okay, what's another time? When did we use symbols to represent something? Maddie. Yeah, when we made our Kentucky maps. So if you look on here, this is a little tiny square. I'm going to write the information on the line, and I'm going to do the picture on this side of the number. On this side of the number. Do I want you to write the symbol on the lines? No, don't do that, because you all are going to have a lot of information, and if it gets mixed up, you won't be able to answer the final part. So there are 23 clues in all that you have to find. You will be with partners. I'm going to go ahead and pair you guys up. But when you have finished this, there's some math problems that you have to do. There's a little bit of history that you have to do. You might have to come up with a specific name. It's already pulled up on the computer, okay? All you have to do is come pick a name. Alright, so if there's a question about a president, I check out the board. If you need to know the name of the Native American tribe, I would check out the laptop. So when you have finished all of these, I want you to come find me, and you are going to get one of these. There's a lot of symbols up here. Each one of the symbols that you write on this paper is over here. You're going to transfer this information to this. So if each symbol represents a letter, you're going to find out what we're going to learn about for the rest of the week. So that's what all of these spaces are. Okay? Good. Do you have any questions? Oh, there are only 2 people at a clue at a time. Okay? No more than 2. Just 2. How many? 2. How many pairs is that? 1. That's right. So only 1 pair to clue. So Marissa and Alif, if they're here, can Mike and Ahmed be here? No, they can't, right? Okay. I will put you in your groups, and when I do put you in your groups, I want each of you to come up and grab one of these papers and a clipboard and pick a clue. What are your questions, Dalton?
Can I use the restroom?
Yes, you can use the restroom. Jada?
Do you have to, like, if you're at clue 3, would you have to go to clue 4?
No. I'm glad you asked that. That was a really good question. They're spread out everywhere. I don't even remember what order they go in. So you really have to, you just have to walk around everywhere. And you do have to pay really close attention to make sure that you put them on the right blank, right? Because otherwise it won't make sense. Phaedra?
2 questions.
2 questions. Okay.
What are the questions?
Okay.
What number is harder to find?
It's a secret.
And it's 17 question. I need you over here. It's 17 pages.
That's the hard one.
Yay, I
Okay.
found it.
Good job, Phaedra. Yes.
Should we work like in our pairs? Can we try to work together if it's something hard?
Absolutely. I want you all working together the entire time. So if Paige is my partner and I'm over here, where does Paige need to be? If she's right here, is that right? Right, she's right beside me. I want her right beside me. What if she's my partner and I'm over here? Is it okay that she's over there? No! Your partner needs to be with you. You need to work together. If your partner has an answer on their paper, you should have an answer on your paper. Thank you. Very good job. Mike.
So, my question is, why, like, what's the question? Like, if there's clues all around, what are we all looking for?
All of the clues, some of them will be questions that you have to answer, and other ones,
Oh, for that, that's a
Yeah.
secret code.
yeah, it's a secret code. In the secret code, all of these clues have to do with what we're learning about this week. And what we're learning about this week is right here. So you have to figure out the clues to get the symbols to find out what we're learning about. That makes
Why
sense.
does it have like a big pencil sign?
It was what was on my computer. Those were the options. Moira.
How is there one letter assigned to each thing? Because like it's a big long sentence. That can't be one little letter.
One letter, so for example, like a smiley face goes with the letter I, but so does a little clover. So each word has so many letters in it, right? And each letter up here goes to each individual clue. So when you write those down, it'll line up that they're on here, that they make up the words. Does that make sense? Do you want to look at it for a minute? I can explain it better if you want me to.
So numbers. There's numbers on the clue.
Right, there's numbers on the clue. So there's a number and a picture. So you have to record both.
Okay, that makes sense.
And the numbers are already here. They're already lined and ready for you to go. Yes, Grace.
You're like the best student teacher in the world. You know that, right?
Thank you, Grace. Do you have a question? Okay. Anastasia. Yes. No, absolutely. I want you all to do this as partners. Okay. This isn't an individual. This is together. You're synergizing. Phaedra.
My last question, is any in like hard spaces to reach for like if you're like smaller than others? Because I'm not the tallest in the world.
Everything will be close enough that you can see it. I had to move things over because I put them way too high, and then I was like, oh wait, that's bad.
Yeah, because
Oh, okay. Well, you'll have a partner too to help you read if you need it. Yes. If you don't agree on an answer, I would try to work it out, and if it's still you just disagree, come to me and we'll figure it out. Any more questions before I give you your partners? Elise?
So, I have two.
Okay.
One, like, so when you go to each card or paper, like at the end, does it have like the number? Because that one that says waterfall has like something next to it.
Right. That something is the little picture that you have to draw on the lines. No. Right here?
Yeah.
Yes, that's where you draw. So you draw the little picture right here, and the number is at the very front of it. So it says number 3, so I would write that information right here on my line for number 3.
I don't get what you would write.
You write the words in there. So like this one says waterfalls, so that's all I want you to record is waterfalls. And then draw the picture. But some of them will be longer, like the one on the cubby, right? So you have to condense it.
Okay, and then the other one was we like pick a partner or?
I'm going to give you your partner. I'm going to pick for you. Moira.
So is on the little card slip, is it like a little quiz? Because that one right over there, it looks like it's just one word. It is.
So some of them will just be one word, but other ones you might have to work out a math problem, or you might have to have multiple choice.
So if it's just one word, you just write down the word?
And if you have to figure out what the answer is, I don't want you to write the question, I just want you to write the answer. But if you come to one and you're confused, just raise your hand and we'll figure it out. Maddie.
So what if we don't spell it correctly?
I'm not going to count off for spelling.
And also, Grace, that was really sweet.
Yes.
Is your partner getting somebody at your table?
I haven't decided yet. I'll figure it out. Any more questions before we get started? Remember, as soon as I give you your partner, I want you to come grab a clipboard and 2 papers, 1 for each person. Please put your name on your paper. I want to know whose grade this is. All right. I would like for Martin and Moira, Spencer and Grace, grab your papers and your clipboards. Mike, Marissa, Almond, Lee. Brandon, Grace, Gracie. Mason and Jaden. And Baker.
You seriously want to do every time you get
Haley
together?
and Landon. Anastasia. Dalton. Jay. We're going to argue. And then I want you two to get together. And Macy, do you want to be a group of 3? Okay, good deal. Well, you all can share one if you like.
What did you say? What's your last name?
I argue how much
It's one paper for each. SNM.
Oh, what's that pencil? Can you write Grizzly? Can you write that? Let me go for the first. Boom.
Another one.
The waterfall was inside there. Drink your
Wait, don't. There's
What's a marmot? So it's pretty much an eye. Okay.
blank square.
So should we put like desert animals over here?
It sounds like some of these blank square. Okay.